well, so yeah, we are going to be heading into it. Real quick, let's just run through the veto here. First map. It's going to be Dust2, as you can see, chosen by Cyber Legacy. K23 decides to start on the CT side on this one. Second map is going to be Overpass, and third and final, if we get that far, will be Inferno. Do we see those up that I was talking about? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dan.
I was just going to say Inferno would probably be a pretty good final map if we do get there. Both teams pretty competent on it overall, and it always seems to deliver great maps, doesn't it, as a decider.
Yeah, you're right. It's kind of like the new, I don't want to call it the new Mirage, but wow. No, but that's one way to start it. Beautiful stuff here, Mo. Looking to find something up on shot, but takes a lot of damage in the process, down to just 3. Strong start there from Norbert, though. One of the players you mentioned we should probably keep an eye on.
And there's still more kills for him to find here as well, so with that USP, Cyber Legacy needs to be worried, but Tricky up on top of the site. Can he find the shot to take Norbert out of action? It takes a few bullets, but he will get there. And now the rest of the Cyber Legacy players are starting to find frags as well. Even just Kios, 1 versus 2 and block for close range. CIS deserves that, as it's now left 1v1. Tricky. It's the second kill in the round for him. He closed it down for Cyber Legacy, and despite Norbert's best efforts at the start there, they're not able to pick up the round for K23.
A strong start in that round for Norbert, as you pointed out, but unfortunately for K23, they didn't really catch any of the players pushing up on short, so those 3 players all on short, making good work of it, pushing in towards the bomb side and then shutting down short, and Cyber Legacy's attempt of retaking the bomb site. They had 2 players in CT, and I believe 2 players out towards the long position, so it was always going to be tough for them, especially with Mo being that low on HP. He was down to just 3 initially. Not a whole lot left for him to do in that scenario, and Cyber Legacy do manage to hold on to that A bomb side after plant.
Taking things very slowly in this round as well. Not wanting to give anything up too early to these K23 players. No, he's going to get one either way. Blacks to 4. The scout does ring out. And we see he's taking a lot of damage as well. Cyber Legacy, they need to be careful in this. It was just an MP7 that went down. Kios spots out one towards top mid as well. And the scouts, they're getting tags and taking names here as the headshot takes down Tricky. Another tag as well comes through. This time Foster with a Galil is able to find retribution and deal with Mo, but it's still a 4-on-3, and with Seized and Foster both for about 30 HP or less. And only 25 seconds on the clock as they are going to wrap around towards that A site. There's not all too much time, or wrap around to the B site, sorry, there's not all too much time for them to work with. Luckily in their favor, though, K23 have rotated a lot of players over towards A. The closest is Neelan, who's going to be poking his head from mid now, but look at Norbert on the flank. The Deagle could find kills. It won't. These will deal with them pretty efficiently, and that gives Cyber Legacy a bit of a safe haven for a moment in this B side. As a bomb has been planted, they're going to try and retake in towards this site now, K23. But the weaponry should favor Cyber Legacy. It's only if the HP is really going to be a factor with these Deagle can find quick tags, but Neelan, he's been taken down as well. Glowing's just killing everybody here. It's only Cade left. Foster will deal with him pretty quickly. So Cyber Legacy, they are able to recover the round there. I think it got a little bit dangerous early on.
Yeah, very, very late rotation there from Cyber Legacy, but eventually they do manage to rotate in towards the B bomb side. We saw them go for the plant with just 6 seconds left on the clock. That's really running down the time to a dangerous level. But they managed to get the job done. And again, very, very solid after plant situation here. We saw CIS early holding up towards other tunnels. Now look at this. This could be interesting because we have a bit of a stack over towards the B bomb site. And initially we did see Tricky go for a bit of a peek. He finds the frag though, and then it immediately falls back. And now CIS, he's trying to clear the A bomb site. So again, Cyber Legacy dicey early in the round, but then quickly adapting to the situation here from K23.
K23 so far, they've been pretty aggressive in the rotations, but I mean, that can be expected on these sorts of rounds. You want to try and get every advantage you can, because there's no point sort of just trying to play a default setup when you're just with pistols. So I understand these sort of aggressive rotations here to try and potentially catch out some Cyber Legacy players, but so far hasn't worked out for them, as I mean, just a few P250s, a USP, K23 can't even be bothered moving. They're going to make Cyber Legacy come to them to try and get the frags, if they really want them. A couple of nades fly over. A little bit of damage done towards Neil, and he's down to 45, but Norbert, close range here with the P250, might be able to catch a player pushing in. Gets one, looking for a second, but he will eventually get taken down, and that was the only kill that K23 could find.
And no surprise that Norbert managed to find something here, because looking at his stats, he actually got a 82.6 ADR over the last 3 months. That's pretty good. Furthermore, his impact is 1.20. Also very nice, very solid impact and ADR from him. A 1.12 rating over the last 3 months. So Norbert, definitely one of those players that we're looking towards here on K23 side of things. He does find the first frag, but instantly traded out. Foster shutting down 2 very early into this round.
It is a very, very good way to start a round off. I mean, Glowing has gone down, but the advantage is in Cyber Legacy's favour. That's what matters for them right now. That's what they care about. This is their map pick. Certainly trying to find shots. Mo, that was a chance to take off one there. Tricky went flying in towards the pit. Would have been plucked from the air, but he is safe and sound. At least for the time being, as he'll provide a little bit of overwatch for his teammates as they start their approach through long. They actually could double molly the cross. I'm surprised they don't throw smokes, but it actually allows them to kill on towards Mo there, who's posted up expecting the smokes to come through with some odd positions for these K23 players, getting caught out in sort of weird positions as flashbangs came through, and it's only KDO who's left. 1 versus 4. Gets one onto Foster, but these kills maybe for not really much here. He will get finished off by CIS. So Cyber Legacy 4 on the board. They're going to keep on plowing through this, defeating that first full buy from K23.
Yeah, that's exactly what they want to do in this one. Cyber Legacy, they want to come flying through at the early stages of this game. Now, we got to keep in mind that this is the map chosen by Cyber Legacy. It is a pretty good map for them. They've played it 12 times over the last 3 months. They have a 50% win rate, so it's not like they're amazing on the map, but they're a little bit better than K23 with 16 times played and only 38% win rate. So, not a great map here for K23. Not an amazing one for Cyber Legacy, but definitely a little bit better. So it makes sense that they want to go for this one as their opening map in this best of 3. I do suspect that we're going to see a 3-mapper in this one, and as pointed out, the odds, we saw them a little bit earlier, were more or less 50-50. So that would suggest that we have a close matchup coming our way for this one, but honestly, a quick prediction from me. I think Dust2 is going to go in the favor of Cyber Legacy. Second map overpass in the favor of K23, and I think it's going to be a brawl on Inferno, as you pointed out, Dan.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure who's going to be able to take that third map. It's definitely, well, obviously if we make it there, but I think it could swing either way. I think potentially K23 might have an easy time of things, but we'll have to wait and see for that as he finds an opening kill and fully blinded. Wild spray towards the site. He spotted out players before he was flash banged up. Fortunately for K23 though, it's only Mo who's been able to find anything. It's only Norbert remaining, and he has to spot it out, but a nice shot on the Deagle and a follow-up as well. Cheeky, very touchy Norbert, but tricky. He'll keep things relatively sane for us as Cyber Legacy to pick up a 5th. And a few players going down, but the round's still theirs.
Yeah, look at this again. Norbert, he gets spotted out, and then he still swings for the sick flick on that first player, then swings out wide and takes the aim against the second player. Beautiful couple of fracks there from Norbert. At the very least, he managed to deal a bit of economic damage towards Cyber Legacy, but yeah, as you can see on the right-hand side of your screen, it doesn't really matter all that much. We still got so much money in the hands of Cyber Legacy, but now, Cade, that's a nice double. Nealon finding one as well. This is looking a whole lot better in this round to start off with K23.
Yeah, it's a damn sight better than having your players go down a couple early on. Instead, doing the same thing to Cyber Legacy. This is only Foster and Tricky who remain. And aim towards the back of sight is actually doesn't actually end up getting towards the back of sight. Like Molotov does, though. Cyber Legacy, they need to recover this bomb. And Foster's been tasked with doing it all on his lonesome as Tricky's bailed out. He's over towards long already. So, I mean, Cyber Legacy have almost no chance of winning this round because, I mean, the man they've entrusted to collecting that bomb with 50 seconds on the clock is now dead. And Tricky's like, oh, damn, need that bomb. So he's going to have to haul ass back towards that B site and actually just save the AWP.
Yeah, you're absolutely
Which
right.
isn't going to be easy as it sounds.
Yeah, true. Not a whole lot left for him to do in that situation, no matter what happened over towards the B bomb side. It was never going to be easy there for Tricky. But yeah, as you pointed out, he's just going to try and see if he can hold on to the weapon here. And he might actually... you mentioned it's probably not going to be easy for him, and I agree. Oh, now he's getting spotted. Had he just been sitting there, he would have probably been able to hold on to it, but... his AWP, like the barrel of the gun getting spotted in that scenario, and yeah, not a whole lot left for him to do when he goes for the peak then. But as I pointed out, there's still so much money in the hands of Cyber Legacy here, so it's not that big of an issue for them. They will be able to reinvest into the round. We see almost 13,000 on Tricky before reinvesting into the round. That means that he'll drop that AK-47 over to Seized, allowing Seized to get full utility behind it, and still go for the AWP behind himself. So, still a solid buy coming through here from Cyber Legacy. And we did see them go for a bit of a tactical timeout. I think just having a bit of a chat, deciding, you know what, we should probably not rush the B bomb site again. Not in the next couple of rounds, at least.
Yeah, there may be a change of strategy required. But for K23, Nealon's going to have himself a bit of aggression towards long with the support of Norbert. And the Cyber Legacy aren't even going to touch that location for themselves. They've got quite a bit of presence towards mid and looking in towards short. Try and find shots as the smoke drops towards the window. Nice little smoke that as they allows them to push into mid.
Such a good smoke usage. Look at this hero. Kios finds one in towards Boba tunnels. He's looking for a little bit more, but he's going to be burning. Cade, good positioning as well. Over at the car. And now it's sort of the same scenario as last time. Seized and glowing this time around in a 2-on-5 situation. The only thing that actually works for Cyber Legacy in this round is that they have the bomb, which they didn't in the last. But Norbert, his position is king for this one.
I think at this point, there's not much Cyber Legacy can do here. As you can see, it's a 2v5. Nice kills found from the K23 side yet again. And as you say, Norbert's position, even if they wanted to push forwards, it would be very difficult to do so with Norbert there. And with the time just ticking away, it is just the save for Cyber Legacy. As last round, they were wanting to save that AWP. Tricky got caught out with it after his gun barrel got shown. And this time they don't really have all too much cash for everybody. Clax and Tricky, they can rebuy. So C's from Norbert to keep his weapons. But beautiful flashbang from Nealon allows Norbert to peek. There goes one of the rifles.
That's
disgusting. Make this next fight a little bit more difficult.
Norbert was just sitting. You saw him just waiting for the timer to run out. And then his teammate sending that pop flash over, allowing him to go for a brilliant peek and shutting down the opposition in a very strong manner. Now, the thing is, had both of the players been able to hold on to their weapons, Cyber Legacy would actually have a very, very solid buy here. But due to that peek coming in after the timer runs out, means that CIS is only going to be on a Tech 9 and Kevlar behind it, not even head armor. Head armor doesn't matter all that much, seeing as we are all AKs over on the K23 side of things. We do have the first frag going in the favor of Cyber Legacy here. Again, it's tricky with that AWP.
Does Tech 9 realistically find any damage here? I mean, if he's able to recover a weapon, potentially, but he may just be tasked with being the first body in to take the initial shots. Bit of a body bag, bit of a punching bag to save the rest of his team. So we'll see what may come of that. Is Cade? Cadio? What are we rolling with? Cade or Cadio? Let's go with Cade.
I said Cade thus far, but I'm not sure.
He's a Cade to me. He looks like a Cade. Cade it is. If Cade is positioned towards the tunnel, can get one. Kios will swing out for a couple more in the open. That is the push pretty much dismantled. 3 on 2. Bomb dropped in towards the site as well. That makes retrieving it very, very difficult. Kios is going to stand in some of the flames for a while, down to there's 28 points of health, but it doesn't really matter. Cyber Legacy are going to just try and keep hold of these weapons. These will be hearing. Player rotating through CT, catches Nealon. That's an actual AK now in his hands. So he's able to save that into the next round alongside that AWP for Tricky. And K23, another round on the board for them.
It's very important for CIS here to be able to find that that AK-47, because they already decided that they wanted to hold on to their weapons at that point. And CIS, as we pointed out earlier, he only had a Tech 9, so any upgrade is great for him. Like, he needed that upgrade. Without that upgrade, he was going to be like more or less useless in this round, especially seeing as he didn't get any loss bonus. So he would probably going to be more or less useless in the next round as well. So good stuff, at least finding that AK-47. Oh, tricky. Pushing forward. Good smokes out towards middle, allowing him to peek up towards the cross at the A-bomb site. That's a good first frag, and Mo has taken a good chunk of damage as well.
Can Cyber Legacy realistically win this round? Because, I mean, as you say, they got the opening kill, damage onto Mo as well. With that AWP, shouldn't matter too much for Mo. You'll still be able to find shots. But the position here is of crucial importance. He does take down Glowing, maintains his position with the use of the Molotov, and that's going to peek out for more. Risky stuff. But it'll work out for him as he'll take down Phosphor as well. But Mo gets caught trying to cover his teammate as Norbert's able to escape. And Tricky is going to keep on firing his shot.
Oh!
And it's all going to swing into Cyber Legacy's favour. I mean, Norbert
Okay.
locks down long there. The rest of his team just fall apart, though.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. I pointed out in the previous round it was important for CIS to get an upgrade. I didn't expect him to do that much with the upgrade. He gets a nice little double with it, but it was tricky getting the opening frag. Again, very good placement of those smokes out towards middle, allowing him to peek up towards the A cross. And we can see now that the odds are slowly swinging in the favor of Cyber Legacy here. It makes okay sense considering they were 50-50 going into this one. And now with Cyber Legacy being in the lead at this point, the odds should indicate that, and they certainly do. Bit of a trade early on here as Norbert finds the frag on CIS, but quickly traded out by Glowing. Back to equal grounds. Good first frag coming through from Norbert. But it seems like he needs to do a little bit more than just finding one.
More than one would be required, considering the circumstances. Yeah, long. This time he will win out the fight against Foster, but he's actually going to push aggressive and it's awkward. He's managed to get the attack on towards Tricky and all of that. With the AWP, he's down to just less than 30 points of health, but somehow he's alive. And somehow he's put Tricky onto 13 of his own HP. And as they push forward the lineup for him, what is Mo doing? This is
shutting down the aggression. And that's exactly what he needs to do in a scenario like that, because K23, they needed this round. Had that round gone in the favor of Cyber Legacy, this could have, like, it could have hurt this, this lineup. It's perfect. Right on the edge of the back player. Obviously, with that player being low on HP, it helped out a little bit. Yeah, as I said, important for K23 picking up that round, especially seeing as Cyber Legacy are going to be fairly limited in this round. Gives K23 a good opportunity of finding 5, and then they're pushing a tie.
Relatively clean. Not really much coming through there for Cyber Legacy. 1 kill found. Fair enough. But K23, that's a nice round to build up a bit of cash in reserve for themselves.
You're absolutely right. They need to start to think about their own economy. And that's exactly what they do in a round like that. Not losing too many players helps them out massively. Gonna help them out as they push forward, try and tie this one up. I did promise you guys a close game, and so did GG Bet with the odds coming into this one. And it's already delivering.
Certainly is. 23 mounting a bit of a comeback. They've got to try and hold down their braces towards this B site as Baxel pushing initially. Cade stuck in a difficult position after that. Can only find the first, and that B site will crumple. Neelan trying to rotate in through mid. Will catch sees the man looking for the rotation frags, but it's just Mo and Neelan. And is there a possibility of realistically getting in towards this B site in a disadvantage? I don't think so. And they just have to concede and allow Cyber Legacy to 7 here. They're going to try and create a bit of presence at least with a bit of utility used. But the reality is they're going saving that AK in the AWP.
It's a little bit weird to me that they decide to throw that much utility towards the B bomb site and then not deciding to try and stick around and find a single frag. Obviously, you want to try and see if you can hold on to as much, like, your weapons, of course, and then as much utility as possible for this round. So it's a bit interesting that they decide to throw that much utility towards the B bomb side, but I like the decision of just falling back and holding on to their weapons. Makes perfect sense for them here. There's no reason to try and force the issue. They knew that they had to work on their own economy. And if you're in a one-man deficit trying to retake the B bomb site, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but it's certainly not gonna be easy for them. So, good decision for them to just fall back. But now they need to win this round.
Yeah, because, I mean, the round prior gave them a bit of cash to fall back on, which they do utilize here, but as you can see, it's only really Norbert who has anything in reserve. The rest of his team have burned through all that cash for this rebuy. So Cyber Legacy, if they win this one out, it's going to be 8 on the board, and the potential to get towards 10, because K23 aren't really going to have anything to fall back on. The early shot from Mo not going to connect as he was trying to post up looking towards short. That flashbang does about the square root of squat. As Neelan peeks around the corner, he's just instantly dead. Luckily, Kiosk has been able to find one in return with his AWP towards that side. Mo now needs to try and hold down A here as they push forward. Flashbang does delay their advance, but Mo, this shot that might cost him here. Norbert at least gets one, but now with his support dead, Mo is in a very difficult position. Molotov's all around him, and he's going to burn. He can't hold that position for too long, and now it's just Cade and Kiosk. A 2 versus 3, a 1 versus 3, as Glowing will deal with Cade. Kiosk make his way back in. No, he can't. And that is Cyber Legacy to 8, and you gotta feel like Mo has had a few of these rounds now where he's just not connecting the shots he should be.
A very unfortunate situation there for Mo as well, because yeah, sure, he misses that first shot that he probably should have hit, but at the same time, I counted 3 mollies initially, and then that final molly to take him down as well. So much utility used towards the A plateau, like the A bomb site itself, and right behind it, over on the ramp area, allowing Cyber Legacy to push in and keep so many players at bay at the same time. Do have a bit of a technical timeout coming through here. Hoping it's nothing serious. Seems like it was called from Cyber Legacy, considering that K23 were running around and going out towards their positions initially, while Cyber Legacy were just sitting still. It seems like we are going to be heading to a short break while we fix this issue. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A bit of a technical issue there. I believe Cyber Legacy had a small power outage over on their end, but we should be good to go at this point. We got it fixed, and we're back in here on Dust2. Cyber Legacy in the lead, and K23 in a bit of a pickle in this round, as you can see. They don't really have a whole lot of money to work with. Should be another round on the board here for Cyber Legacy, and we're nearing the end of this first half. It's not boding well here for K23, Dan.
No, but T side of Dust2 is a slightly different beast towards the CT side, so we might see them being able to step up and try and bring the fight in the latter stage of the game towards Cyber Legacy. But already this round, it has been a kill going K23's way. Neelan was able to put a bit of pressure on them towards that B tunnel, but going and sees quick kills coming through. They're going to try and track down Steve's for top of mid, but his AK is pretty good. He got a vengeance.
At the very least, they do manage to hold on to the round here. But yeah, a little bit dicey to start off with. That's K23 did catch the opening frag. But yeah, realistically, I mean, K23, they kind of need this round. You did point out it is a slightly T-sided map, but only slightly. It's actually the most 50-50 map in the current map pool, so we need to see K23 catching a couple of rounds here. Well, one round, this final one, should go in their favor before we head to the break.
Nice reply from Mo. So at least even things up with that AWP. Cade might be able to catch a player in mid setting up nades here if he gets the timing around his peak, but it's a dangerous game, and Neelan's going to be playing one of his own as a few spams through the smoke there will reveal his position. However, no return fire as Norbert's able to catch one from the car position, but he just goes aggressive, tries to push forward. He was going to be dead either way as there were so many players in that position, but no, nice shot to get one more down, but Tricky is still there, out towards long, providing covering fire, and it's a 2v2, Cade and Neelan. M4s for both of them. It's Cyber Legacy with 45 seconds on the clock, working their way in towards this A site. Neelan's just going to tuck himself in by the box. Cade's working his way out through long to try and flank onto these Cyber Legacy players. As the utility starts to come through, Neelan will call that out. You can see Cade starting his progression forwards. That Molotov is perfect. Tricky catches Neelan as he's forced out from behind the box, and now it's just Cade, and Tricky has his sightlines firmly on the angle. Great stuff from Cyber Legacy as they secure a 10-5 half and lead us into the break.
I was running road so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? I may have fucked up all my chances. Yeah. And we ain't sleeping on the floor again. We never sleeping on the floor again. For the ones who didn't make it out, for the ones that didn't see the life, for the ones that never cared, never gave a thought, found no happiness in that brand new car or the house you bought. I see you talking about the love you lost, and it was gone like way before you ever thought it was. Yeah, I took my time, no quick ones, quick run, quick gas to get back there. Hot roads, I didn't think I'd come back fierce, cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? I may have fucked up all my chances. Fucked up all my chances. And we are never feeling cold again. And we are never feeling cold again. But I can't act like it's easy. It's hard to preach. Cause I've been burning trees and watching fall. If we cannot breathe out, we go forward. Sure, I was searching for cure. Fishing a little wildlife. And when I'm low on fuel, I'll still be running till my back broke. Halfway, lost hope and I'll check it. Hard roads, I didn't think I'd come back fast. Cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly red?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half here between Cyber Legacy and K23. This time around, K23 on the T side, and let's see if they can bring this one back, or if Cyber Legacy is just going to run away with this one. Dan, take it away.
Into the pistol round, we've got Foster trying to put up a bit of a home towards this B site. However, his teammate Seas will swing in, and Foster eventually collects one as a flashbang from Seas. We'll blind up a couple players, so the odds now starting to slightly favour Cyber Legacy. I mean, the odds certainly in this round are with Cyber Legacy, as Seas will finish off the last two. Collects himself a quick triple in the round, and certainly helped out his teammates for a couple more as well. So, Seas can frag and can provide support.
Good couple of frags coming through in that round. Foster was caught in a weird situation and had issues connecting the shots initially, but still managed to find a nice little flick there up towards the plateau. And yeah, Cyber Legacy picking up the pistol is going to make this a whole lot more difficult here for K23. They do decide to go for just the scout. I believe it was actually Cade buying that and dropping it over to Mo. That means that they will have enough money to go for a buy in the next round if they can get the bomb down. And this one could help them out massively. Klax lines them up for the quad kill. There you have it. Mo, last man standing. Klax, can he get the ace? Oh, needs to be careful. Not quite. Mo shuts him down eventually. Yeah, Mo, not a whole lot left for him to do in this scenario, of course. Gonna get flanked and eventually gonna get shut down here by Foster. Klax getting a little bit lucky in that round. One of the players was incredibly low on HP as he pushed out, allowing Klax to line them up for that quad kill. You see here the final player pushing in. It's actually the final bullet before he switches over that connects that frag onto Nealon. But yeah, a very quick second round here for the second half, going in the favor of Cyber Legacy. As Klax just shut them all down. Mo again with the scout for this round, and the rest of the players on AKs though.
Oh, we spotted them heading towards the lower tunnel though. And that's, as you can see, is shifted how K23 are playing over towards that site. They're both posted up outside the tunnels, waiting to see if Cyber Legacy go aggressive as 3 players in that position. Kioz thinks about probably having a little bit of a peek in, and will actually take down Tricky. So nice work from K23 here. They'll get themselves a quick double kill. And a 2-man advantage. Kioz is down low. Just 3 pointeronies of health for him. But that's enough, you know. He's bleeding everywhere. limbs are becoming detached, but he's still in the fight. But like from a war film where the hero is like takes like 7 bullets and just keeps charging at the enemy or something. That is
Like a John
Kios.
Wick movie.
Yeah.
Just any action movie out there.
Yeah. just name a franchise. Yeah, you're on it.
That's quite an interesting smoke here. We saw Norbert actually throwing a smoke from close to T-spawn up on short. I think it might have landed like right on the edge or down towards CT.
Quick trade there. Does plenty of work for K23 as it. That was a bit of a dangerous angle that Foster was playing there. Could have had himself multiple kills, especially as they sort of lined up for him on that UMP. He only managed the one though, and Mo was quick on the reply. So with these last 2 players just saving over towards the pit and the dumpster, should be a relatively simple sick fair just to close things out for K23. They don't even need to do anything. Doesn't look like they want to hunt for the kills either.
Now, they need to be careful about hunting for the kills here because they don't have any money left over. It would have been a different scenario if we had like roughly 1,000 on each player. Then they could like push at least 1 player out for a hunt. But yeah, there's no real reason for them to hunt down these final couple of players because they know that even if they do so, there's probably still going to be enough money for a somewhat decent buy. Where actually there's not that much money here for Cyber Legacy. A little bit less than I initially thought they would have. You can see Kalax is sitting on... Well, he was sitting on 1,400. And then he just decided to rebuy his utility. They will muster up a fairly decent buy here. Lacking a bit of utility on some of the players. Tricky without Kevlar on that AWP as well.
Yeah, he's a bit of a glass cannon. Yeah, no armor, plenty of dreams. You know what they say about throwing rocks in glass houses. Tricky will need to lay down some shots here in his own glass house as he's taken a lot of damage and now he's dead. The AWP counts for nothing, and Cyber Legacy are down a player early on. We were on the Beijing quals yesterday for Asia together, and I was able to produce quite a few tasty puns in that one. I'm trying to see if I can conjure up something myself this game, Geet. But
Please don't.
It may be a step map special as in towards the A side, glowing and season, able to pick up a killer piece. He's everywhere he goes, there's just more flames, and he's able to get another kill while standing in the fire. No. And Cade, they will combine to take him down in the end, but it's a 2v2, and with these last 2 players for Cyber Legacy pushing it through long, Norbert spots him out. Can he find the shots? He has to tuck in. Doesn't want to get caught out, doesn't want to leave a teammate in a 2v1, as he will actually take down at least the first before Foster trades him out, and a great shot as well coming through from Foster to finish off the round. 13 on the board for Cyber Legacy. He'll recover the AWP and will defuse the bomb.
Yeah, double dink from Foster on the final player there as well with the M4. Obviously, he needs the dink and then some additional damage. Didn't need the extra headshot, but hey, he gets the kill. He gets the double kill to finish off in a 1-on-2 situation. So, good trade on the first player. Nice find on that second up towards the bomb side. And as you pointed out, Cyber Legacy do manage to pick up another round. That's their 13th. That means that they're closing in on a victory here on their own map choice. That makes sense. It is a map that they're somewhat decent on, I would say. And a map that K23 are certainly not great at. So, should
dead again?
Yeah. Duel continues to reign through. That's actually been Mo going down very early in most of these rounds, especially over on the first half. This time around, it's tricky, though.
And that is a very nice opening kill to find for K23. CIS is going to pick up the open and wield it for himself in towards mid, and they're actually just leaving the A site pretty much unguarded. Like, there's nobody short, nobody long, nobody on the site. The closest player is seized towards mid, and as the smokes come through, I mean, he can't see anything. Does he just go for a timing shot? Oh! Twice under the arm of the player crossing. Unfortunate, but it is going to be K23 to secure a 7th here, surely. It looks like Cyber Legacy are just going to keep hold of their weapons.
Yeah, that was actually a little bit interesting there. You said he couldn't see anything, but there was a tiny, tiny gap on the right side from his perspective, which is why he was so incredibly close to hitting those shots. He saw like a pixel underneath the smoke from that final player that he saw crossing, and then he was incredibly close to finding that kill. I don't think anything would have changed if he found that kill. I still think that Cyber Legacy would have just held back and tried to hold on to the weapons. Pretty good decision in my opinion for them, just holding on to the weapons here, making sure that they save as much as possible for the next round. They know that they're in such a big lead that it doesn't really matter all that much if they surrender a couple of rounds here to K23. Cyber Legacy should still be able to close this one out in the long run. And yeah, holding on to those weapons just allows them to get another solid buy out in this round. So K23 still a big uphill struggle for them, but the silver lining for them is that that was a clean round, so at the very least they managed to work a bit on their economy now.
Yeah, at least. At least it was a clean round, but there's still, yeah, still, as you say, a long way to go. There's a down 6 rounds. Tricky will have that up yet again. Can he find anything this time, though? Obviously, he's not glass cannon in this round. So he's going to get boosted up towards that CT box with a FAMAS, and K23 looking towards his A site once more for that assault. Norbert creating a bit of attention towards long, just making sure to keep the focus of these players in that position. One in pit and one at the close angle as well. If Norbert peeked out that way, he'd probably be dead. So, and he'd be lucky to find at least one of those kills. So it's probably best he rejoins his teammates as they start to push through Cat towards the A site. Klax is going to have a lot of work to do from this position, but you can see already Glowing is going to be rotating over from long to provide a bit of support. Klax is burning in towards Goose, but he's able to find two as it's a team flash from Cadio that's going to take down 2 of his teammates, and Klax is still alive in the side. It's a 5-on-3. Eventually, Mo through the box will deal with Klax, but there's a lot of damage done already. 30 seconds on the clock to play with for K23, but Glowing's going to rotate in, and Glowing's going to find another shot. Cadio trades out Mo with another. They've managed to at least bring things into an even 2-on-2, but there's more players to find as Foster will be moving his way in through longer. The nade from Tricky is absolutely splendid. Cadio is dead. That's the bomb drop from site. Mo has 13 seconds, and he's caught trying to pick up the AWP. Cyber Legacy, they fight back instantly.
The kill there from Glowing as he pushed up towards the bomb site, and he, like, I barely saw the player, and we have X-ray on. The player who was sitting right at, it's not barrels, but it's very close to it. Those like on the opposite side of Gandalf, like the one closest towards the bomb site. There was a player sitting right behind those. He spotted that player's head. He only was showing his head, and still he managed to find that shot the second he peeked out. Beautiful first rack there from Glowing. And at this point, is there much of a chance for K23 to bring this one back? I highly doubt it.
I will be pressing X out with comeback. However, seized with an auto shotgun was a bold play, and it won't work out for him. Kios able to push forward for one, but a little bit too far he extends. I enter Yoda mode there. Glowing will take him down. That's Cyber Legacy with the advantage once more. 4-on-3. There's a few AKs for K23 to try and work with here. It's a bit of a mixed buy for Legacy right now. I mean, an MP9, a FAMAS, a M4, and an AWP, but with the man advantage, that shouldn't matter too much. As they try and push in towards the B site, and push they shall. Okay, Idio does find the opening kill. That's the 3-on-3, but Klax, what's he doing, the madman? He's just going to try and run straight through a smoke into 3 players on his own. There's absolutely no trade potential there, and he's dashed any chances that Cyber Legacy had for a retake.
So I think what happened in that scenario, it almost made sense. So what he did was he sent that flashbang in towards the bomb site. It was a very nice pop flash, and both of the players who were on the bomb site were actually completely blinded. Well, all 3 were. The third player decided to fall back and go in towards tunnels to avoid getting peeked at that situation, but unfortunately for him, Norbert just held down mouse 1 close towards the door position, and Klax, as he came through, he got shut down immediately. Bit of a rough one, but I kind of like what he was doing, because the main reason why he was doing this is because his teammates were so far away. So he knew that he needed to try and see if he could find an advantage very early on. If he peeks out and Norbert is not holding down mouse 1, he has a real good opportunity of finding 2 players, turning it into a 3v1 situation. At that point, even if he dies, it's still a 2v1, and then Cyber Legacy could go for the retake. So even if he didn't go for that, if he just played for time, they were probably not going to go for the retake. Just seeing as they kind of wanted a bit of a better buy going into this round, but I kind of like what he was going for. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out.
It's just the pistols being shut down in this round, but one thing I can't actually remember from that previous round was the window smoked as well? As they pushed in towards the B side. No, well, why not just peek it from there? Why not try and catch a player doing that instead of pushing through a smoke?
The door is a little bit quicker. You don't need to jump up and yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like in that situation, like they're still pushing in towards a site. So I don't know if his aim is just to try and collect a kill, try and even or bring things into a advantage for Cyber Legacy. If he can just collect a kill quickly from the window, as maybe they're trying to get in towards a site, catch them, maybe throw in utility, rather than
furthermore,
like
smoke.
I don't know.
If you push from the window, you're more exposed towards upper tunnels, so that's another reason why the door is a little bit better in that scenario. Obviously, they need to swing out a bit further from upper tunnels to be able to catch you in the door position. But if you push in window, you can get spotted from all angles on the bomb site, even from the bomb site itself, if anyone has pushed all the way through. Whereas when you push in through the door, you can only really get spotted from if they've swung out wide from the tunnels or if they're over at the car position. So I think I think it was actually not the worst decision for Klax in that scenario, but unfortunately, like the execution of it and then getting a little bit unlucky with Norbert just holding down mouse 1. Yeah, it didn't quite work out for him. Regardless, K23 do manage to find their 9th round on the board, so still fighting with everything they got here. And in the meantime, real quick before we get too far into this one, just want to remind you guys we have multiple other games going on at the same time. Na'Vi just took down Espada on the first map, and Force are actually leading over Virtus Pro 15-12 on their matchup.
Force have put up some good games so far. They had a bit of a shaky start. Obviously, they lost to Espada, didn't they? We actually covered that one. Patsy just went mental in that game. But Force have had a bit of a resurgence late on in the group stages here, and they're looking good to try and book themselves a spot. But right now, it's Cyber Legacy with the majority of the pistols, and they'll upgrade to another AK after the Eagle of Glowing picks up a kill. So K23, they really need to be careful now, because a minute on the clock, and they're down a player. And they could definitely still pick up this round, Cyber Legacy. I mean, Klax close range to the tunnels with a Zeus. You know what that means. Are we going to be hearing it? No. Catio deals with Klax pretty quickly, seized. We'll be able to get one with a USP, and he's staying alive in towards the site as well. How is he still alive? There we go. Finally, he runs out of positions to hide in. Will deal with him, but still a 3-on-3. Cyber Legacy have been able to do a decent amount of damage so far. And it's going to be 2 AKs. Foster does have armor with his AK, but only 11 HP. Mo is all... Only secure 1 as they try and push forwards. Tricky trades out. And Foster is still all the way in T-spawn. Trying to get Hightail as fast as he can towards his B site. His teammate, and as his teammate tries to push forward, well, he's dying. And that means Foster, he's ran all the way here. He's going to run all the way back. He's getting his laps in.
Yeah, I think so. Foster here in this scenario, he was low on HP, and obviously when you're low on HP, you don't really want to take the duel. It was a 3-on-3, and initially it looked like he already decided to just hold on to his weapon, and obviously the Kevlar and the defuse kit, and the rest of the team then finds a kill, so he has to go for, like, try and help them out, because if they find another kill, then all of a sudden it's a one-on-one situation, and even though you're low on HP, if you have an AK-47 or an AWP, it is definitely possible for you to win that one-on-one situation. So he decided to book it back closer towards the B bomb side, and then his teammate dies, and no, left in a 1-on-2, there's nothing you can do in that scenario with 11 HP.
Many peepo sads for that one, as, I mean, K23, 10 on the board now. However, with Kios going down early in this round, there's potential for Cyber Legacy to find 15 unless K23 can recover this. Nice shot from Mo as he will win out the AWP duel against Tricky. I mentioned earlier in the game he was looking a little shaky in that first half. Having a few shots he maybe should have hit. A few weird plays, but overall it worked out okay for him. And he's been able to even things up into a 4-on-4 here. Again, getting the better of Tricky with Norbert pushing forward, seized, gets caught out, nade in hand, and that's now the advantage for K23. Foster on the side, though, trying to bring it back. Will secure 1. Norbert is going to get taken, but Neil in a huge double will bring it just into Foster. A 1v2 for him, and it's going to be K23 surely finding 11 here, but the bomb is dropped in the open. Foster knows that. He's just going to try and keep him at bay, but they double peek him, and he can't find them both. He can't find either of them. Kerio gets 11 on the board.
Yeah, 11 for K23. Like, it looked so good for Cyber Legacy. It looked like they were just going to shut this one down quite a few rounds ago, honestly. I believe it was 14-6 at one point, something like that. So, already a massive comeback here for K23. And at this point, obviously, they're trying their absolute greatest to push this one all the way back. Potentially take this one into overtime or even the victory. Still going to be an uphill struggle here for K23. The beast has not been slain just yet. Cyber Legacy still going to be fighting with all they got to try and close this one down. Again, we got to remember it's the map choice of Cyber Legacy. So obviously they want to take the victory here, especially seeing as the next map is going to be Overpass, a map that Cyber Legacy are not necessarily strong on.
Certainly. Kios is going to be able to deal with Tricky early on. It is just pistols and a scout for Foster in this round for the Cyber Legacy side. So it should be 12 on the board for the K23 gang. But, I mean, there is still players who can cause a bit of havoc from the Cyber Legacy side. Glowing with a USP may not be one of them. However, he gets a kill and a dink onto Kios as well. Luckily for K23, they'll be finding kills elsewhere to help remedy that situation. Norbert has his. Here's a who. That was a great book, caught in Here's a Who. So this just seized 1 versus 4. Oh, do it, please. No! What? Like that? No! That's not what I meant! That's not what I meant at all! No! Luckily for K23 and luckily for Norbert, the main thing that suffers from that is his pride.
Come on, man.
I sort of blame myself for wanting that to happen. I want for wanting the knife to happen. But I mean, it's sort of an awkward position there. Because obviously his back's technically to a wall. so you can't quite get the angle for a backstab. And he just swipes twice and then just sort of gives up.
Oh. That was very awkward. Very awkward indeed. And more awkward than that. Great comeback already for K23, as I pointed out. And Cyber Legacy are gonna be in a bit of a stressful scenario now, because they know that they already had chances of closing this one down, or at least pushing it to 15, and at that point potentially closing it down. So, as I pointed out already, a massive comeback here for K23, and they're not done yet. They're still trying to find even more. You can see on the left-hand side, they already have a decent amount of economy build up. This is getting dicey all of a sudden, Dan. I love this.
I mean, who isn't a fan of close games? I guess anybody who is a fan of Cyber Legacy starting to have an itch that things may be going wrong for their side in this opening map, because right now, just 2 rounds behind, K23 are going to be executing their way in towards this A site. And then manpower looks to be coming from short, but actually it's all a big ruse. Kiosk drops down in towards CT. They're going to do a flank towards B. However, Kiosk gets taken down early on by Seeds. KDO can find one towards that B site, and now Foster has a lot of work to do, but gets the first, looking for more. Cannot deliver as K23, a great turnaround in the round. It looked like that A hit was going to be coming through for sure, but they bamboozle Cyber Legacy. They'll dive their way towards that B site, and it's going to be the save call for Cyber Legacy. Just the AWP and M4 for Tricky and Clax to try and hold onto what's left of this buy.
Yeah, this is a big problem for Cyber Legacy, because now they're in such a weird scenario where in the upcoming round they should actually go for an eco and then allow K23 to push it to 14, which would give them a better buy when it's 14-14 and a better opportunity of finding that 15th round. But it seems like K23, they're just stepping up massively here on their T side. And I think you're right in what you mentioned a little bit earlier, that Mo was struggling a bit early in this game, but at this point he's sitting at the top of the scoreboard with 20. Right behind him we got Norbert on 19, 17 for both Cade and Kias, whatever you want to call him. Nealon is still lagging behind a little bit, but he's also stepped up a bit here towards the later stages of it. He's had a couple of good rounds, actually, that helped them secure those rounds. And that should be an eco here for Cyber Legacy, and indeed it is, as Mo peeks out towards the long position, takes care of glowing early on.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice kill to find. However, it was one of those pistols, and obviously you still got the M4 and the AWP to deal with, and it looks like the AWP for Tricky is actually boosted up on the catwalk to look towards the lower tunnels while Clack pushes forward, but Norbert, a huge kill to find. That actually pushes them off that boost as well and allows Kios to push further forward. That Molotov will just entice Tricky to, fall back to relative safety. His team already down by 2 in this round. He's going to try and even things up a little bit closer and then pull back with that AWP. So right now, with the help of that opening AWP shot from Mo, they're working their way through long. There's nobody actually in position from Cyber Legacy to have watch over there. And they'll be able to lay down a bit of utility, lay down the smokes for the entry towards that A site. There's going to be another bit of a boost here. Looks like they may go for a run boost. Setting something up. They're trying to set something up. It looks like Tricky's had enough and just whatever. I'll just stand there instead. As that works out for him as he finds a first, almost collects a second onto the player car, but now Kio's trying to swing around the corner, takes down Foster. And Tricky can only manage a second kill as it's K23 tying this game up 14-14.
Oh, this is not how I thought this was going to go. Just like a decent amount of rounds to go now, actually. It's quite a few rounds in a row here at this point. Currently, they're on 7 rounds in a row, K23, to push this one back and now tie it up. 14-14. Foster taking good damage early on as well. Oh, Dan.
Oh.
Dan.
It's all falling apart. Oh dear. Mo once again opens up the round. There's a tag onto Foster as well, I believe, through the mid doors. So Cyber Legacy battered and bruised already as K23 look like they're about to find that point. This is Cyber Legacy's map pick as well, and they were up like 10-5 at halftime. They extended that out as well a little bit going into the second half. K23 have been on a rampage, and now Foster's going to be feeling it. 4 players ready to ingress into his position. It's just the M4 and 13 points of health, but that's not going to save him. Cade will take him down. Glowing at least gets one through the door, but it's Cyber Legacy who still are in the disadvantage. That's a nice spray. Mo, low on HP. With that up, can still find damage. Kios, this position is pivotal. They expect him in there, and he fires off a shot that will alert everybody to his position. And he will get taken down. He needed to potentially just push aggressive there once he felt under pressure. Just to try and find one without going down with nothing. But still a 3-on-3. The time is ticking away. About half of the time still remains on that bomb. As they're trying to set up utilities to let them in Cyber Legacy, but it's Norbert who says no entry. Cade helps out with another, and this could be 15 for K23. Tricky's the last man alive, and is surely just has to save that up. He's going to duel against Cade, and he's going to win it out, but there's no time, there's no ability for him to win this one out. Mo will miss the shot, but it doesn't matter at this point. K23 behind 15, and Cyber Legacy. Oh dear, oh dear.
Mate, what is going on here? As you pointed out, it was 10-5 at halftime, favoring Cyber Legacy. Then 13 actually to 6 to start off with here in the second half. What's happening? What is going on?
Madness! It's auto galore. Auto City. Quite a bit of spam.
They might
done,
actually
to be
take
fair.
the victory here.
Yeah, I mean, a couple Famases, couple M4s, and all for Tricky. There is fight still in these legs. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Tricky. He's watching the angle, and Cade peeks him just as he shifts his glance. Luckily, there is trades from Cyber Legacy as things shift into a 3-on-3. K23 look like they're going to try and run in towards this A site. Nealon leads the charge. His teammate's a little bit behind. Foster will have an AWP. Glowing gets one on the FAMAS. That's a nice kill to find. That nade not going to connect, but Mo's AWP certainly will. It's trades galore, and it's all up towards Nealon, all up towards Foster. It's heads into 1v1, but the bomb dropped, and Foster!
Oh!
Foster got the shadow in the nick of time there. And it will be overtime.
15. Overtime it is. A short break coming through.
Flash of steel spills your blood. A whisper out fills your head, but you have to fight again. So take one step, take another. Find the strength for your brothers. Erase the doubt with your battle cry. With your battle cry. You feel the earth move to the drum of steel boots. Banish the fear inside. You're strong enough that you don't have to hide. brings you to your knees.
Breathing in, breathing out. There's no more room for any doubt. Empty mind, steady hands. Just stay close, stick to the plan. I hear them coming, I hear them coming, and I'm ready as I'll ever be. I hear them coming, I hear them coming down, and I'm ready as I'll ever be. Don't give up, don't give in. Don't let me down. Be the one to wipe their grin when they hear this sound. Don't give up, don't give in before they can.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to overtime between K23 and Cyber Legacy. The absolute scenes, Dan. Ugh. The map chosen by Cyber Legacy. Cyber Legacy, they had the upper hand pretty much the entire way through that first half, and to start off with for the second, K23 managed to bring it back and tie it up and push us into overtime. Cyber Legacy finding that final shot before we went into overtime. Absolute insane matchup. GG Bet had this one as pretty much a 50-50. And it is.
Yeah, it's almost like they know what they're doing when setting the odds, you know, which they very much do know what they're doing. As I mean, obviously, this helps to demonstrate the fact it's as close as it could be after 30 rounds of play. It's going to be a run boost across. Tricky sees that, not going to flinch, and instead it's an all trade. But Neelan, obviously, with that run boost, is a lot closer than Tricky anticipates, and is able to finish off the kill. That Mo was able to start. Cyber Legacy down a player early on. Clax, however, is going to pin Kios to the box. That'll be all they can pin, though, as kills still favouring K23 for the most part, a 3-on-2. Glowing, though, trading a lot of hassle as he shoots a dead body. Not going to affect him as he gets another, and he's just running just running everywhere on this A site, finding kills all over the place, running on a rampage. As he spots out the last, it's Norbert all on the closer. It's Foster coming in from behind. Cyber Legacy somehow managed to turn that into their favour, mostly thanks to Glowing.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Glowing, hitting some gnarly shots in this scenario. He missed that nade and actually took a little bit of damage from it, but it was mostly his opponent dealing the damage to him. But he still managed to find a triple kill to bring them back into that round. And then the final frag coming their way as well. So Cyber Legacy do manage to pick up the first round here for overtime. Okay, K23, could you imagine them coming this far, pushing this all the way back into OT, and then just losing the first 4 rounds of OT and losing this map 19-15? That would be, that would be rough.
Well, let's hope for K23's sake that doesn't happen. But certainly, if they want to try and give them a chance in overtime, they'll need a couple rounds in this first half, and already one going towards Cyber Legacy makes that a little bit more difficult. Because there was obviously that both teams having very strong T halves, so you'd be hoping that they can pick up a couple rounds on the T side out of these three that are available. And Cyber Legacy are going to be facing a lot of aggression towards A-Log, but this time Tricky will win out the fight against Mo, and Clax from the pit will secure one as well. That's the bomb dropped out towards Long, in K23 in a bit of a predicament. Cyber Legacy looking strong now they've got the money in their favor. They've got the setup they want. Tricky with the AWP is feeling a little bit more comfortable. How does he even spot out the player pushing there? Won't connect the shot, but the flick attempts. Admirable. He'll instead take down Norb, and it's just Kio's all on his lonesome. But not for much longer. In Cyber Legacy, it's 17, and, well, you said it might be a quick 4-0 here.
Yeah, again, like you said, I hope I'm wrong in that. But regardless of how this overtime goes, K23 can be very proud of that comeback. That comeback is not easy to do. Obviously, we saw a couple of mistakes from Cyber Legacy, but for the most part, it was the players on K23 actually stepping up when it really mattered. We pointed it out. Mo was not doing well initially, but then he managed to bring it back to the second half, and yeah, so even if K23 lose at this point, I'll still give them props for bringing this one back.
Yeah, the biggest issue for them is, well, it's MR3 10k, so Mo was just on a Tech 9 this round because of the first 2 round losses. Didn't have enough for the AWP, however, has been able to collect an M4 off the dead body of Seized, and Norbert's going to be able to find another kill on towards Clax as they push forward in towards the side. Tricky is going to just stand up tall and provide a bit of a tricky opposition for his opponents as he gets one on the nade. A second more blind from the Deagle makes things very difficult. He's even going to tag up Norbert as well. Give K23 just no room here. But Norbert, he's going to reciprocate and leave it up to Glowing, who's going to rotate all the way through round, through Long, and look at Norbert. He's ready for this one. He's going to post himself up close angle, and does Glowing check this? No, he doesn't. K23 will at least pick up 1 in the first half of OT.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed to do. At the very least, they managed to find that 1 round, and that could be the difference maker. Now we gotta realize that K23, for them to be able to secure the victory in first overtime, they need 3 rounds in a row here. Cyber Legacy, 1 more round will secure them double overtime as a minimum. If they find 2 more rounds, they'll take the victory. As you know, in the first OT, it's first to 19. The first team to string 4 rounds together in 1 overtime will take the victory on this one. K23, as I said, already a massive comeback from them. Good comeback into that previous round as well. They still have a tall path ahead of them. Oh, Seized. That's a big kill.
Certainly is. K23 needs to try and play to even things up here. Norbert having a bit of fun inside of his smoke. Hasn't read the memo. Smoke inhalation is bad for you. He's going to risk it, though. Eog's, his teammate, is just going to be lining up frags towards Long. Gets 2, brings things into the advantage for the K23 side, and just falls back to try and keep himself in some safety. Cade gets 1 as well. It's all up towards the Clax and Glowing, but as they push in towards the site, leaving things up. But Mo, who's range on the AWP, he gets the first nice plant. Clax takes a lot of damage to nade. Not quite going to reach him for the killing blow, as it's a 1v1. They know where each other are. Clax is going to get that bomb planted, and now that puts the pressure on Cade as Cyber Legacy look to try and find 18, but even more damage done. Clax is on 7 HP. He's trying to play the headshot angle, trying to just bait
another
Cade
nade
in, but he's put another nade. No, that could win it out. No, he takes the peak as well and goes down before the nade can collect. Oh no.
Clax. What a mad play from Clax. He knows he's so low on HP. He knows there's a decent chance of his opponent throwing a molly or a nade towards the bomb side. So many players dead on short. Surely there would be some utility in that position. And he was right. He went for the peak, and that works out perfectly. That's such a ballsy move from Clax, but hey, hats off to Clax. That was magical. 18 on the board here for Cyber Legacy, though. They need 1 more round to close this one down, and K23, they need 2 to push it into yet another OT. Can they do it again? Can they muster up yet another comeback there?
I don't know, but that last round is a massive sag for the K23 side. No. It's sad as well because Cade, he throws the nade and then tries to push forward because he's just worried about the time. But to answer your question, I think they can still force it to another OT. You can see that they're looking pretty strong. The only issue is, look at the utility that they have with still a minute on the clock. 3 flashbangs, a smoke, and a decoy. They just have no cash behind them. They need to try and win this round out and win it cleanly. Obviously, if they don't win it, it's Cyber Legacy finding 19, and that's exactly the scoreline you need here to take us to map 2. 18-18, and it's OT all over again. There's Mo towards the A site. Might be able to line up a couple shots here, but Neelan gets the first. Good frag to find through the edge of the smoke, because it's actually going to be Cyber Legacy darting towards the B site instead. The positions are not the best for these K23 players, but they're able to put up frags, and K's still in towards the car. He's going to be dead in more damage. Can't find a second kill for himself. Will dink up Clax, and that puts him very, very low on HP as it's a 2v2 retake. The bomb being planted. That flashbang lined up the player towards the back of sight, and that Tricky going down. Clax on his own. Can he clutch out again? No, he can't. Norbert absolutely ruins him. Takes his head clean off, and it will be K23 staying alive, a 17th from the board, but with only one player surviving. The AWP carried forward by Norbert. They'll be able to get a ropey bye together.
What a game, Dan. What a game. Look at this peak coming through from Norbert. Clax, as you pointed out, so low on HP. Not much of a chance. Even if he had a bit of extra HP there, Norbert still connects the headshot, so... Wow. What a game, Dan. What a game. It was 13-6 to remind you. Cyber Legacy, they had the lead. They had such a massive lead. K23 managed to pull it back, and we ended up in OT now. And it's still neck and neck. Clax, though, he goes from the aggression out towards middle, finds a nice double, Tricky with one as well. This could be over now.
Oh no, it's all falling apart for K23. 1 versus 5 for Norbert. And, I mean, he looks at the sign. He looks at the amount of players that are alive here for the Cyber Legacy side. He doesn't even get to see them, as Tricky's just going to take his head off. And that will be Cyber